we are on the KCIW 100.7 local Brookings radio program that is your favorite podcast. Believe it or not, this is an online program where you can simply go to kciw.org, click subscribe, and listen to our shows anytime, anywhere in the world. Yeah, just like a regular podcast. Who knew? And this exact podcast, radio show, program, however you want to call this audio experience, is Quality Living with Peaceful Support. And I am Amanda Whittemore. And I am literally broadcasting to everyone from a really unique space and place. I feel like I'm on an entirely different planet. I think that this last 48 hours has been the most unique, that I really feel like the power of now is what it's about. Communication and sharing our experiences improves the way that we live, which I think improving the way that we live improves our quality of living. Just a simple fact. And tonight, as you've tuned in before, or if you're new to listening to the Quality Living Show, we normally have guests on our program. And tonight is going to be a little bit different. It's just going to be myself enjoying a true moment with everyone out there and hopefully connecting on a real level, working with the power of now. And I just want to give everyone a couple of minutes to think about that. Normally we ask the question, what does peaceful mean? What does the word quality signify to you? How do you apply it in your life? Today we're going to talk about now, like right now, in this very moment. The significance of now definitely doesn't have anything to do with later or tomorrow. I'm talking about right this minute. And the reason we bring this up, because sometimes that's all we have. We don't really know how much time we're really ever going to get for any situation, whether it's, you know, I could go on and on about what it could or could not be, but we're not going to do that. We're going to talk about its energy and its availability. And how do we recognize it? How do we recognize when we need to do something now? Have you ever felt that sensation? Because it's real. It's like a gut feeling. And it's something that guides us and that is more important than our own thoughts or our own agenda. And with this, before we go any deeper, because it's going to get crazy here in a minute. If you've listened to any of past shows, you might actually want to stop listening to this one right now and go to a couple other shows of the Quality Living and just brush up on what exactly may be happening. Or just turn up your radio and enjoy being here in the power of now. And honestly, okay. I don't even know how to start this, even though we're way into it. We're going to keep going. And so recently, I've been called to duty. As you all know, I am an end-of-life doula. I do work with death. I'm also a yoga instructor and a fitness coach. Wellness is a way to quality living. And so with that prefix, I'm not sure the right word, pardon me. It's been a long week for me. Honestly, with that introduction of end-of-life doula, yoga, fitness, wellness, it's a holistic package of obviously improving quality. And how do we do that best? We do it now, right now. Whatever you're thinking about putting into your mouth, or any other orifice of your body for that matter, or to your human being that you are fully responsible for, please just set it down and look at it and think about it. Whatever's around you or wherever you're about to go, just kind of give yourself this moment of right now to think about it and really listen to yourself. Is it something that is going to fuel you, that is going to give you the outcome that you honestly, truly are requesting? We never know. We honestly never know. But the fun part is the human experience. However, at the end of the day, we are personally responsible. It's a tough one to swallow. There's a guest that's on our show quite often, Horacio Rora. He is a holistic health coach and a phenomenal teacher. There are many other teachers that talk about the power of now and self responsibility. And a lot of the times, it's so simple for us to say, oh, the doctor messed up. The doctor's the one who didn't give me the right medication. Well, I'm going to ask you honestly, is it the doctor's fault of everything that you did for 20 years before you walked through that door to see the doctor? Probably not. And this is being honest and being truthful and being supportive. As a teacher and a guide and a coach, it is my duty. I took an oath as the end of life doula and as a health coach to guide in the best way that I have learned through my personal experiences and my trainings. And if I were to give you any other answer other than whatever you're doing to yourself, we all are with the option and the opportunity to do something now for our current situation and our possible future. However, the more that we deny ourselves, even that 5 seconds to ask ourselves, is this really what I need? Is this really what's going to get me to my goal? If we even think the answer's no for 1 second, remember the power of now. Set it down or do something different. It is that easy to get to your best place of quality living. You may need to rewind this show, save it in your favorites, because I have no other way to support you in your process of self healing than other to simply hold up a mirror and hold your hand and give you a big hug and tell you how special you are and how important you are and that you deserve to be number one in your life. There isn't, I mean, there might be other people that are going to do that for you, and it feels really good when they do, but it's not their job, it's not their responsibility, and they need to be number one in their lives so that they can do even better for others. And with the power of now, I recently realized how much I actually overuse this because I recently, like as of 5 days ago from when, what's today? I don't know if I can date this. We could put a timestamp on it because it's relevant. Today is February 16th. It is approximately 6:04. It's a Monday, 2026. And I'm going to do this intentionally with a stamp so that it's valid and important so that we remember when was now when I first learned how to do now. How much time has gone by that I let now turn into tomorrow? How much time has gone by that I allowed now to turn into 5 years from now? It's a really interesting thought, and I've been thinking about it a lot, especially like I'm gearing up to say last Sunday, the 8th, I landed in Central America to be with my father, who'd been in the hospital for a while. And he just thought I was the silliest kid ever because I always wanted to do everything right now. And in Central America, just like Hawaii time or ocean time, everything's kind of for tomorrow. Ah, yes, even in Brookings, we're like, we can get to it tomorrow. There's no hurry and curry. We could wait to do it. Well, I just feel called to share with you my experience of these 7 days of really valid moments that I feel all of us could relate to, which is the reason I'm here on the Quality Living Show with Peaceful Support to present extremely important reasons of how valid it is to, if you're thinking of it, do it. If you're walking past something and you're like, "Oh, I should pick that up," or, "Oh, I need to fold these clothes," or, "Oh, I should probably put the dishes away." Do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna feel better. It's gonna feel, unless there's something pressing, obviously, of course, but yeah, have fun with it. So I'm gonna start with example number 1, my father's will, and I'm gonna do my best to make it through the rest of this show. I have audio, I have attorneys, I have everything I need. My father was in complete communication with them about everything he wanted for his will and last testimony. And for about 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we were going to do the will. We had it all set up to go. We had the attorney on call. They were going to the hospital to do the notarization. Everything is ready to go. And my brain, everything in my body and my heart and my soul said, "Amanda, as an end of life doula, you need to see it through, that his life wishes are achieved to the best of your ability." I do it for all my clients. This time I'm doing it for my own father. And every time I called and I said, "All right, Dad, let's do it now." I showed up in the hospital. "All right, Dad, I'll have the lawyer come over." "Yeah, and I think it'll be okay if we just do it tomorrow. Tell him it's no hurry. It's not like he's gonna die next week." Well, he did. He definitely did. He died today at 12:30 p.m. and the lawyer was scheduled for Tuesday. Today's Monday. So, unfortunately, there's no legal documents or paper. However, fortunately, I did, with me being with the power of now, I was able to ask my father all those questions, even though part of me was resistant because they're hard things to talk about. Do you want to have a celebration of life? Do you want to be cremated? What do you want me to do with your stuff? Um, how do you want me to access your accounts? How about your vehicle? Oh, yeah, and you're still married. You've been separated for 5 years. Do you keep, and honestly, like, nobody knows what's gonna happen. Nobody knows of how we can resolve things or do them in the proper amount of time. There's no judgment at all, none. There's complete and entire acceptance of all that is and all that's meant to be. I think there's a song about that. I wish we could inject that right there on here on the Quality Living Show. Just so you guys know, I am Amanda Whittemore. I am the host, the creator, the voice of this program. And we're talking about the power of now and valid reasons, whether it's for your own health or somebody else's health. Not that it matters, because once we get to wherever we are, guess what? There we are. And God has his plan while we're busy making our plan. However, from experience, I've learned that when I do things now, they're done. I don't tell myself, oh, it coulda, shoulda, woulda. By the way, that was my father's favorite, favorite saying since I was a little girl. I'm pretty sure it's from somewhere. He would say, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. It's not, it didn't really feel very good growing up. Um, so as an adult, um, I turned it into shouldn't have. I probably couldn't. I could have not done it, but I did. I did, and that's the way I live, which is kind of interesting, because we all have our own idea of what is quality, what is living. How do we do it? Um, Not that it would have made a difference, but I'm pretty sure that for anybody who's suffering from any illness and disease, it is almost impossible for it to live in an oxidated environment, which is why the boy in the bubble, stuff like that, you got to be completely encapsulated in oxygen, and you have to have a certain environment around a certain um, incubated area in order to keep the virus from passing to a different area. So, for instance, cancer, and I'm not a doctor. Maybe one day I will be. However, this is from personal experience from my friends and my family who've fought cancer and won, and other illnesses. As soon as you find out if you have cancer, do oxygen treatment, ozone treatment immediately. Immediately do oxygen. Ask the doctors in the hospital for oxygen. I wished that my father would have been able to, uh, how do you call it? Hear what I had to say and got oxygen for himself the day he entered into the hospital. For the only fact that I would have loved for him to have gone a little bit more pain free without the experience that he had. Cancer is awful, 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 awful experience. And oxygen is pure and it's real and it's so supportive. And I wish everybody could have more of it. um, so even if you're well, even if you're perfectly well, get oxygen, do oxygen treatments. It's worth it. And I've kind of derailed my thoughts here a little bit. Power of now, being present, the key of listening. Okay, the power of now. When we talk about communication being the key to everything, so communicating could be the key. However, that keyhole, if communicating is the keyhole must be listening. Because if somebody's always talking, that's great that we're communicating. That's great that there's communication happening. But the other side of that is listening. Because if there's not really listening happening, there's no true communicating. And it makes it difficult, you know? Listeners out there on the KCIW 100.7 station, I hope you are listening because I'm talking. And when it's like this on a podcast without a guest in the studio, it's a little bit different, so I feel like you're all my guests every time I do a show. I really hope and pray that I'm reaching you wherever you are, and I hope that you can hear and listen to some of the little things of advice. I'm no expert. I'm the furthest thing from perfect. I have made more mistakes than I can't even tell you, and maybe I will someday, but all the time, and one of my biggest mistakes was showing up and not listening to the power of now and doing more in the time that I had, wherever I go, whether it's at the office, whether it's at Reps Gym, Century 21, uh, Peaceful Support Yoga Studio. I've been really rushed. I have a lot going on, and I just apologize to those that are showing up for me, and I am going to focus and now and take a little bit more time for the really special beautiful community that I have there in Brookings and everywhere in the world, and just kind of really give a little bit more listening than just talking, and a little bit more of taking my own medicine in the moment that it's needed instead of waiting for it to build up. And that's the second part of this show, or the last bit of it. Honestly, I did not put on a timer, you guys, so I'll get notified here, so that's okay. Um, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, with this last little bit, guys, we're almost there. Okay, so when we hear, we can listen to our own self, and we don't have to listen to anybody else. So if you've ever taken a Pilates class from me or a yoga class, again, Amanda Whittemore, you will be familiar with this line. Do not listen to me. Do not do anything that I say. Listen to your own body, because it is screaming and yelling at you and you are ignoring it. All those signs, those weird little things that show up that you're like, huh, what is that? Oh, that looks funny. Oh, that feels weird. No, that is a huge stop sign. That is a huge traffic jam somewhere. That is a collision ahead. That is warning, warning, hazard lights. It's no joke. You may think it's just a rash. You may think it's just a bug bite. You may think, and not to get everybody all freaked out and hypochondriac, like, please, like, just take these little tidbits that I'm blistering out here. Blisters, if you see a little blister, whatever it is, just take it lightly, you know, at the same time, listen to your body, look at your body, be in tune with what do you feel. So I'm going to tell you right now, my father, for his 69 years, stuffed everything. He refused to look at himself. He refused to look at his body. He refused to listen to one single sign that all of his loved ones attempted to support him with and guide him with, and say, hey, Dad, I don't think the doctors are telling you the truth. I know you're going to get checkups all the time, and they're telling you you're fine, you're healthy as could be, but I'm telling you there's something wrong. He didn't believe me. He believed the doctors and ignored all the signs that were huge warning signs. And he honestly, everyone, showed up to the hospital with his entire body riddled with cancer. And all of his tests from control were coming back perfectly normal. All of them. It's impossible. I don't know how this is even possible. Lung cancer spread to the liver, spread to everywhere. So all I'm saying is take time now to listen to your body. Because if you're in pain emotionally, it's going to show. If you're stressed and upset and angry and holding on to something for 20 years, it is going to fester and show up in your body. So take a little bit of time now before we're on our deathbeds to do something special for your own personal self and your own path of quality living. And this is simply just from my own experiences. This is no doctor, no anything other than just how much I care about our community and all of our listeners. And and my own self. I do care about me. I love me. I'm my best friend. My dad's my best friend. We talked every day, but um, we can still do that in spirit. So yeah, I love myself more than anything. And Brookings, you taught me how to do that. You showed me a safe place to live happily with so much peaceful support. And I just really, really, really hope and pray that I can really fine tune my abilities to just show up for everybody and show up for myself first and foremost and get some oxygen, do something now that you're not really sure what it is, but you'll know, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, man, you totally said this is gonna happen." You're gonna feel it. You're like, "Oh, I gotta do this right now." Be safe, do it safely with love and compassion and patience and tons of peaceful support. Thank you, listeners. You're some of my favorite, and I couldn't do this without you. And Dad, wherever you are out there in spirit world, thank you for being my best teacher ever. And all right, guys, tune in anytime. Contact at kciw.org. I have no idea what that magical phone number is. It's out there somewhere. But you can call my number. Who cares? 530-334-0595. If you need anybody to sit with you during those hardest of moments, that's what we're all here for. Thank you, yoga. Thank you, community. Thank you, airwaves. All right, Brookie.